What is going on today, guys? We are at Grundy Lake for a 6-day adventure, so check it out. We began our 7-day journey on a cool and cloudy Sunday morning in late June. We hopped on the 401, and while enjoying the luxury of zero traffic and a stress-free drive, we made our way across Toronto to Kinte West, Ontario. We spent the day enjoying the Canada Day International Air Show at CFB Trenton. We sat down and enjoyed various groups of pilots performing spectacular stunts and flybys in their planes for the thousands in attendance, including an old World War II Hercules that took center stage and dazzled the crowd. After the show, we checked into the Bayside Motel and settled into some of the beautiful property views they had to offer. Lakefront access was the nicest thing about this motel. Other than that, it was a bit dingy, but semi-acceptable. After our 2-day family visit and trying out some less than par restaurant food, we woke up on Tuesday morning and began our long journey through the Kawarthas to Grundy Lake Provincial Park. It would have been faster to take the 401 to the 400, but we chose a relaxing country drive instead. This would give us a chance to absorb the tremendous wealth of countryside and small towns that this region has to offer. We made our way to Aurelia, where we stopped for our final grocery run, and then it was on to the 400 to Grundy, but not before stopping at the Port Severn Pita Pit for a black bean bowl and a pita. After that, we will be roughing it. It seemed to take forever to get there. We were running out of playlists and getting on each other's nerves down this endless highway of rock. But alas, we finally arrived at Grundy Lake, and now it is time to camp and enjoy 5 days in the wilderness. And please, if you could, be so kind and subscribe to the channel. We could really use the support and to help grow the channel into something that they said can't be done. So please help me crush the naysayers and subscribe. Thank you. So here we go with the site setup, which is the most important aspect of the camping trip. So we set up our site and here we go. It's time to enjoy Grundy Lake at its finest. And we have a very special treat for you this weekend, so stick around and see what it is. I bet you can hardly wait. Alright guys, just got the site set up here at Grundy Lake Provincial Park. As you can tell, I am not a tarp building expert, but I do get by, and it is functional, so that's all that matters for now. We did run into a little spot of rain, so we're going to chill out for a bit and hopefully get some hot dogs or something going later on. Not actually hot dogs, field roast. It's really a simple dinner for a busy day. We're up here for 5 days, which is a little bit different for us, so stay tuned. In the meantime, check it out. Didn't really feel like starting a fire tonight, so everything's going to be done on the Coleman stove tonight and on the flat plate. Alright guys, big tip when you're out in the forest and camping is to pre-mix your own hamburger hot dog style relish. Makes it easier. You don't have all these containers and stuff flying around, and this goes for basically hamburgers and hot dogs and anything else, veggie burgers, whatever else you want to put it on. So figure out how much you need and mix it all up in the container, because you know what, at the end of the day it all gets mixed up anyway. So we're just going to warm the old buns up, if you know what I mean, and maybe some beans afterwards. Yeah, that's like the simplest thing you can do at Grundy Lake for the first night. Hopefully the bears don't like that. It's been a long day, a lot of driving. We're going to hit the sack right now, and hopefully there's no bear attacks through the night. We have our site fairly cleaned up and basically bear proof, so let's hope for the best, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay guys, day 2 here at Grundy Lake Provincial Park. So we just finished our tempeh tomato lettuce sandwiches. Now we're going to head off into town, or not town. We're going to head off to the trading post and see if we can find some ice and firewood and basically get set up for the day. We're going to check the park out a little bit too and see what it has to offer. So far it's a bit of a rainy morning and we are expecting some rain, so don't expect too much today, but do expect a special surprise tonight for dinner. So as you can see, the water is very dark here, almost like a tea color, and that's the tannic acid that's in the lakes around here. So when you come here, just kind of expect that. It looks a little gross, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's hard to see the bottom, and that freaks people out a little bit, and it even freaks me out a little bit, but it's okay. It's just tannic acid. Okay guys, we just made a little stop here at Swan Lake. It's a short little hiking trail. I'm actually out of breath here because it's a stairway up to this rock. So yeah, it's a short little hiking trail into Swan Lake. So if you're not much of a hiker, but you do like a little scenery, check out Swan Lake. Looks pretty good here. And it looks like blueberries are coming into season too. But be careful because you're stealing the bear's food. And the fun part about Swan Lake is this little floating bridge you can come across the lake on. So you got a little spot here in the middle. It's got a little rest area. It's probably a good place to do some bird watching and bird photography. So come check out Swan Lake when you're at Grundy Lake. Rainy day people
always seem to know when it's time to call.
Holy crap. See this?
Oh, let me get a picture. Oh, he looks like he's damaged. Yeah.
Alright guys, it's around noon hour and it's still raining a little bit, and it's a pretty simple lunch we made this afternoon. Just some chopped up veggies, can't get any easier than that. And what I'm going to do is dip it in some sweet onion and honey vinaigrette. Now I don't normally eat honey, but I'll make an exception here and there depending on what it is. So yeah, this is pretty good stuff. It's a gourmet brand, and it's from Rutham. They're located in Puslinch, Ontario, and I actually happen to do marketing videos for them. So if you want to check out Rutham Gourmet Preserves in Puslinch, Ontario, they're on Instagram, and I will leave you a description below. Definitely a very nice sweet onion taste to it, and not too sugary. So yeah, I like this stuff. Okay guys, we're here at Smoky Point. Not sure why they call it a point, because it's more like a bay. But it appears there's some cliffs over yonder that we can jump off. You may see me do that tomorrow, you may not. And chances are you may not. And here we got the local amphitheater. We got a special treat for you, and it is called Juicy Marbles. And check this stuff out. It is a plant-based thick cut fillet steak, and supposedly the rave is it's probably one of the best plant-based steaks out on the market. So the issue with it is it's $37 for two little fillets, and you can see these little guys here. That's what you're getting for $37 plus tax. You know, over $20 for one of these little savory pucks. But we'll see how they taste. It's only a treat. So apparently they're based in London, England, and the ingredients aren't much. Water, soy protein concentrate, sunflower oil, natural flavors, vegetable juice. The big one is methyl cellulose, and vitamin B12, contains soy. So really just a lot of soy in here. Probably soy extracts, protein extracts. Yeah, can't wait to try these out and see how they taste. I do remember how a real steak tastes, and you know, I gotta tell you, I've tried the mist steak and it's not that good. I've tried making seitan myself and it's okay, but these guys are supposed to be really good. So, and we're gonna throw these guys right on the fire, so that's even better. Campfire plant-based steak. Let's see how it tastes. So stick around and check it out. So far it's got a little bit of a beyond kind of a beef smell to it. Not quite steak, but not bad. So our grill is almost ready. We're gonna be throwing these on in a few minutes. We're gonna see how the potatoes are, if they're coming along. I kind of want to match the potatoes when these are done. So it's basically these guys, potatoes and beans, nothing fancy, but this is the real treat. We're gonna see how this compares to real steak. And I can tell you, 6 years not eating real steak, I still remember how real steak tastes. And yeah, I guess we'll see. So I'll let you know the truth right after this. All right, guys, there it is. Juicy marbles. Looks like it's done. I'm gonna try a bite and see if this actually compares to steak. So let's see. There's the texture. Looks pinkish and kind of steakish. Let's see if we got the taste and the texture combined. I do like it. It has kind of a fatty-ish taste to it, which is reminiscent of steak. Definitely not bad. You can see it's a little bit flaky here, so that's what's kind of expected. But it's really stringy and it tastes pretty good. I like it. Problem is $20 a steak, so that is a serious problem. And a big carbon trail to go along with it. So yeah, you might want to try these out, maybe on a special occasion like a camping trip. But other than that, they're pretty expensive. So comparable to a beef tenderloin. So not very attractive for most meat eaters. But you know what, for me, it's good enough. And for a couple times a year, I think I can deal with it and grab a couple of these. So yeah, not a bad score. All right, guys, so after eating the juicy marbles, I'm gonna say they are pretty good. It's quite unique and it's quite tasty, and I do highly recommend it. So anyway, juicy marbles, 2 thumbs up. You can't beat it. I'll leave you a link in the descriptions to tell you where you can get it. So stay tuned. Gonna get a fire going later on and get ready for day 3. So see you in a bit. All right, guys, it is day 3. We got bored of sitting around the Grundy Lake campsite, so we're here at the French River to check out the sights. So stick around, should be some good views here. We hear it's pretty good. And apparently they got a nice visitor center, so let's see what the French River has to offer us. So this is just a day use park. You can't camp here. You can just come here and enjoy the sights. So that's all it is. You don't have to pay, just a parking lot. All right, just gonna take a tour of the French River Museum while we're here. So let's see what they got.
Montreal, 25th October, 1802.
Okay guys, that is the French River Museum. Pretty nice place. $2 to take a little tour. So come check it out when you're at the French River. Okay, so we got a little footbridge going across the river and a trail. We're gonna check the footbridge out first and see what kind of sights we can see there. And then probably head down the trail to the Recollet Falls. So this is a pretty big river. There's quite a span on this bridge and it looks pretty high. So hopefully it's well built. Okay, we're gonna take this trail to the falls. Is it impressive? I don't know, but we will see. And the trail is pretty funky. A lot of roots, a lot of rocks, so we really have to be careful. One thing to keep in mind too is this is bear country that I'm kind of walking through. So right now, the more I talk to you, the better, because bears don't want to come around people that are talking to themselves. And as far as I know, bears don't appreciate YouTube like some of us do. As of yet, I can't hear any falls, so I'm thinking I still have a little ways to go, and it is getting pretty hot out here. And my brand new shorts are falling down because I forgot my belt. Okay, I think we're getting close. So this isn't a trail for the weary. A lot of mountain goat climbing and stuff. Slippery rocks. Okay guys, we're getting real close. I can hear the water. Excuse me if I stumble my words, I'm a little bit delirious from this hike. It is quite an intense hike. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of climbing, I think, again. So pretty much zero accessibility here. I can tell you that breeze feels so good after that hike. So this is Recollet Falls. Alright guys, quite a hike out here, but this is Recollet Falls at the base of the French River. Okay guys, that is it for the falls. We're gonna head back. I'm not looking forward to going on this trail. It's another half hour back, but it was worth it. It's a really nice place. Come check it out if you're ever at the French River. Not sure if I'm gonna make it back in one piece or not. If I do, not too sure what's for dinner. But I may not feel like cooking it. So we shall see. Let's get out of here first and then on to plan B. Alright guys, we made it back to the campsite and now we're just going to relax for a couple hours, have a couple drinks, and after that it's going to be fresh rolls. It was originally going to be for lunch, but I think we're going to try to do it a little later, maybe around 5 p.m. and maybe do a late dinner. So if you don't know what fresh rolls are, it's basically just raw vegetables wrapped up in rice paper, and we're going to make a little peanut sauce with that. And it's a great summer treat. It's something you'll see often in a Thai restaurant, is fresh rolls or you might want to call them summer rolls as well. And you can, you know, even if you're a meat eater, you can throw a shrimp in there or pork or whatever you want. You can also add nori in there as part of the wrap, or nori just on its own, and you can put multiple vegetables in it. So it's you can be as creative as you want with this stuff. So stay tuned and check it out. Fresh rolls or summer rolls, or in this case, yeah, summer rolls, because it is summer. We'll call them fresh rolls in winter. Is there such a thing as winter rolls? So there you have it, guys. Fresh rolls in the summer, or you can call them summer rolls, with a peanut sauce dip. So this stuff's pretty good. It's a little bit time consuming to make, but it is healthy, totally healthy, and it is a light snack for summer. So the next time you're camping, why not give it a go and check it out? You never know, you might like it. Now the nori adds a nice extra flavor to it. Otherwise, the rice wraps, if you're not used to it, it's kind of like eating a condom. So yeah, the nori is pretty good in this. And if you have a hard time rolling, the nori actually helps the rolling process out a little bit. Rice paper is pretty versatile, but it does rip from time to time. Anyway, we're gonna finish these up and probably tap out for the day, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay guys, sorry I lost you there on day 4. The bugs are pretty bad, but we are into day 5 right now. And so yesterday wasn't too exciting. We just drove around the park and checked out some of the beaches that they had to offer, which wasn't all that exciting. The beaches here are pretty small and they fill up pretty quick. There isn't a lot of room. And you know, again, the brown water, a lot of people get turned off by that. The water was very nice. Temperature was very nice in the water. We did get to wade around a little bit. Then basically after that, we headed back to the campsite, and it did start to rain again. So now we're into our last day. It's Saturday, and we're walking down the Beaver Dam Trail just to check it out a little bit and hopefully get back to the site and have some dinner. So far, my thoughts on this park are quite nice. I do like the sites. They are very large. They're spread apart very nicely. Especially those tent sites. They tend to be a little bit more interesting than the trailer sites, which is another reason why we tent. Beaches are very small. I really wouldn't make this a destination park for swimming. Killbear is still much better than that, but at the end of the day, the water is okay, and it is a place to get wet if you do need to. So looks like today is going to be mostly overcast. We will have to deal with it. And that'll be it. One thing to note about this park is that they don't sell ice at the main gatehouse. You have to actually go to the trading post across the street to grab it. They do have a gas station at the trading post as well, and most of the groceries that you would need. Not a lot in the plant-based selections, and the prices are a bit more expensive than what you would find in the city. There are 9 separate campgrounds, very small ones, but they don't have any bike paths, so you'll find a lot of people biking along the roads, and the roads are very tight and bumpy. I do like all the washrooms they have here. Nice flush toilets, not vault toilets, so that's a nice feature about this park. And they seem to be spread out quite nice, so there's always something very convenient. The only thing I really don't like about this park is the accessibility to the lakes. The main beach has some accessible areas, but it does get pretty busy and parking is limited. But along the campgrounds, it seems like there isn't very many spots where you can kind of poke out and just sit by the water. And with the amount of people here, get out of there. And with the amount of people and bugs here, it does get quite crowded in some of these nice spots. So that's another thing to be aware of. Although the campsites are quite nice, so you could probably hang out at one all day if that's your thing. All right, guys, we are back from our hike at the beaver dams. We didn't get there all the way because the mosquitoes were absolutely destroying us. So we're back at the campsite for lunch, and what we're going to try out is these guys, Bab's Burgers. And they're actually, it was a company in Kelowna, BC that doesn't exist anymore. I was given this by a coworker, and I don't think I've ever had anything quite like this. And I haven't seen anything quite like this before. So if you know of any brand that's kind of comes close, let me know. So basically you just add water and you can form a patty out of it. And you can take this backpacking, or like I said, pretty much anywhere. All you need is to add water and you got yourself a burger. And of course you need the bun. So let's try this out. Bab's Burger. See what it's like. I think I'm gonna do this on the frying pan. I think there would be problems on the grill because I know this stuff will be kind of mushy. And I think it'll be better suited on the frying pan. All right, Babs, let's give it a go. And there you have it, guys. Bab's Burgers, looking pretty good, and it's raining again. So we will see you soon. All right, guys, it is Sunday morning and we are packing. It is the last day we are getting out of here. We hope you enjoyed your time at Grundy Lake with us. It was quite a wet and humid one, so stick around. We'll be back fairly soon with another video.